All right.
Might need to swap this out for a cold one.
Are we live?
We are live.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I know that beer's warm by now.
Yours is almost gone.
No. I still got... All right. Well,
Yeah, I still have a sip.
it's just a cold. It's not a cold.
I still have 78 degrees swill.
All right. Welcome and bienvenidos. Schnozzcast, episode 33 for Thursday, August
Oh, God.
8th, 2019. Off to a rip-roaring start, and now we've already lost somebody. Light not bright enough.
There we go.
Must
Did
enhance.
did not have enough time to set up.
More lumens. More lumens.
Hey, Indy, if you would move, that'd be fantastic.
Oh,
That's
that's never gonna
lumens.
happen.
Nope.
Yep, not yet. Not good. Right, I heard that. Hey, fellas.
Hey, Bob.
How's it going?
It's going.
Excellent. Mr. Nick Bader.
Sir.
How are you now?
Good. Glad to have you back
Glad to be back.
from your short hiatus.
Brief hiatus, but we
Could have been longer.
Well, I can't put more emphasis on the high of the hiatus.
Yeah, it was a good time.
All right.
Good time was had by all.
So I hear. Can't wait to hear.
I should say a good time was had by some. That way there's some plausible deniability for anybody who needs to have it.
I hear some still believe they are on the podcast.
So,
Everywhere and anywhere they go.
I think some people are currently still saying the word podcast over and over again. Just peppering it throughout their dialogue all day long.
Well, in the words of our fourth member, Kevin Cromwell, we here at the Schnozzcast.
I heard.
Yes, we here at the Schnozzcast.
I heard someone tried to perform a corporate takeover of this of Schnozzcast Industries.
You tried to hijack our ship.
Kevin did go pirate radio on the after hours that we decided to do. Well, that we didn't even really decide to do. That Kevin decided to do.
Yeah.
It was a mutiny.
And I was forced to bust out the equipment because I thought we were just going to record it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's got to be live. I'm like, probably not a good idea to do that now. But
Since when did we start letting Kevin make the call?
We don't.
Yeah. You gotta squash that immediately.
Around 2:40, I think.
What would Machiavelli do, Cory? He would squash that shit.
I think Cory did look at me at one time and say, "There's nothing even on right now."
I wish I could have done that to Chris Welch because I'm not sure he would have noticed, but he still would have.
We're back. Kevin's not even being recorded.
We were all
by anything.
sitting way over there, and while he was at the table, he was just sitting here like this, and he's just happy. This is after we're already done. This is the next day. And when we ask a question, he'd go, they're upstairs in the fridge. Nothing was
to the mic?
Yeah, nothing was on. Nothing was. Not a hint of like, this is funny, right? Like he just kept doing it over and over and over again.
My God, this thing! Look at this giant mainframe computer with microphones. It must be on all the time. This is great content.
He finally would sit and finally ended up just sitting like this the whole podcast with the mic literally down his throat. Yeah.
Wait, which one?
Chair.
Which one?
Although God, it was so funny.
I do say I was quite impressed with the
Heart. That thumb, man.
with the random Phil Anton nipple comments.
Oh, it was Phil Bowen.
Oh, was that Phil?
Remember at the beginning? Yeah, he was.
Got two nipple comments in a matter of 2 minutes.
He did. But just like the content from Phil Bowen the entire night was apropos of nothing. It was like he was having one conversation and we were all having another one.
So did they perhaps pick up on one of the episodes when Jason referred to it as the Schnozzcast, and they thought that was like the content you were looking for?
No, the only other person besides me who had ever listened to us before was Mr. Anton.
Okay.
Dr. Anton.
When he was a part of it, or actually on his own time?
Well, he's shown up in the room. You all right?
Yep, I'm good. Continue.
Every time he showed up in the room, he understands what we're about. But they have had zero exposure to it. I'm not even sure either one of them understood what was going on. Because the whole time they kept going, how many people are listening to us right now?
Nobody.
Zero. Everyone. Wally, everyone is listening.
You should have said about 3,000.
I could have made up any number I wanted.
Yeah, you should have.
At that point. yeah, so I did record 90 minutes of audio. I put it out there for you fellas on the private Schnozzcast mainframe.
Ooh.
For your listening pleasure.
Yeah, there's you gave me some kind of map, and I'm supposed to take it somewhere in town, and coming out of the brick is like a flash drive, and I have to hook something up to that to listen to it.
And it's supposed to match, the serial numbers are supposed to match the serial numbers on etched in another piece of wood that's been aged approximately 57 years. And it's like the nuclear code that you need to like snap open the...
Confirmed.
It's Crimson Tide.
This is the hidden episode of the Schnozzcast.
If it were, though, it probably wouldn't even be worth looking underneath that brick for the flash drive.
Yeah, well.
And that's why I put it up there, because I'm like, I've listened to it, but I'm too close to the people and the material to really look at it objectively for what it is, which is probably just a bunch of people being really, really drunk and stupid for 90 minutes.
Well, I'll have to give it a listen.
Only if you're bored.
No, I'm going to listen to it.
It's I highly recommend, take your vape and get in the car and drive around for about 30 minutes. That's probably, you're not going to be able to take it for...
I was going to say, that's all you did was 30 minutes?
No, but you wouldn't want to do all 90 minutes at a time.
I would have to, drive to Chicago or something?
I mean, you could. Drive out to Troy and back. That's a good 90-minute round-trip drive. Not sure it's worth it, but...
Do we have any housekeeping?
Well, we kind of been talking about it last week. The last week, I'm sure the viewers saw you guys on air doing episode 32. Meanwhile, I was in Petersburg, Michigan. Lovely Petersburg, Michigan. Taking in all the local scenery and managed to get 90 minutes of recorded material down to put in the bank for later. So here we are, episode 33. I know Cory's been working furiously at trying to get caught up on all the video stuff. I am, what am I now? I think I'm 2 behind now.
Okay.
With the audio. But I'll try to see if I can get another one out this weekend.
I apologize on the late artwork. Somebody was supposed to get back to me as to which, if we were doing it today or tomorrow. And halfway through the day, I asked, and all right, we're doing it tonight.
I thought you guys had that all worked out.
No, we didn't.
Really?
No, we didn't.
I'm pretty sure I told you to call Bob yesterday at some point, or
Nope.
I told Bob to call you today.
I said I knew nothing. No, I knew nothing. So
that's what I told you last night.
I knew nothing about
to call
Bob.
him?
Yeah.
No, you just told me what the plan was. And I said, okay, that's no.
So here, let me break it down here. So the last I talked to Cory, I said, well, it would make more sense for us to do the podcast on Thursday because I'm off on Friday. So if we could do it on a weekday, that'd be great. And there was no Bob at the time.
Yeah, I was not in the picture.
And because you were supposed to be gone again.
I was.
So I said, ooh, Thursday's probably not going to work for kiss, 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 hug, hug, hug. So Danielle had said,
yeah.
Well, nothing because I didn't talk to Danielle, but I talked to Cory. And I said, she's probably not going to show up because it's a weeknight. Yeah, probably not. So I said, well, why don't you talk to Danielle and let me know if she would show up on Friday. And if that's the case, then I will sacrifice sleep. And
I will fight sleep?
Yes. So Danielle can show up. All right, I'll let you know. I said, well, let me know because I have to make the artwork to reflect when we're starting and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That shit doesn't make itself.
So I see him today.
It kind of does.
And he's, podcast this and podcast that. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, so tonight. And I'm like, what? Tonight? Yeah. I'm like, you said you're getting back to me.
I was washing my hair tonight.
Yeah, we're doing it tonight. I talked to Bob, and Bob's going to be there. I'm like, what? Didn't Bob call you? I'm like, no, Bob didn't call me. I told Bob to call you. I'm like, no, there was no. So I said, it's like halfway through the day. I have to do artwork to get this going, and I'm currently working. And he's like, well, you better get started. I'm like, what? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay.
Just do what we all do, Nick. Work both at the same time. Work on your podcast stuff while you're supposed to be working at your job.
Yeah. Well, I sleep. I don't. During the week, I can't sit at the local establishment and sit there and edit things because I'm sleeping.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't know anyhow, so didn't make a difference. Thankfully, I got to move my schedule around.
Yeah, true.
Everyone's like,
Thankfully.
oh, it's a very short advertisement starting in 3 hours.
But the good news is it's on the internet now, so your artwork is forever.
Yeah.
I save all that stuff. I would like to actually have a big quilt made of all of them at the end, eventually, just like the Letterkenny one.
You're big into quilts.
You can't go wrong with a big ass quilt. These days. You can't go wrong with a big ass quilt.
Gets
So
a lot
these days I'll actually
gets a
hang
lot of
around.
use.
That's been sitting in the same spot.
It's very comfortable.
I think
as
Indy
like
is-
a throw as a sham.
Indy's rubbed a couple of his dingleberries off on that quilt.
He might have.
What's on Wayne's face?
What's on Wayne's face? So housekeeping wise, that's there's not really much more to tell. I did get an email today saying that the brand new iTunes categories are now in effect. So we'll see whether or not that has any sort of impact on, how many listeners we get, how many downloads.
I thought you were going to say that you got an email that like your dentist died or something. I was like, oh God, not again.
I would be much more melancholy.
Of course.
And
As you do.
shiftless and listless and just lost.
Yep.
And I have some sort of a letter that I would be clutching to my chest. This is the last letter I got from him. That's how that works.
Eventually, Bob's just going to have a whole wall in his house dedicated to all the
Yep.
Letter denty.
Like a-
Letter denty.
notifications
Like a
of
Vietnam
death.
memorial of
Yeah. This is so
Dead.
weird. Why are all these quilts around here? What do they all mean?
Yeah. This is my dentist quilt. So, what else housekeeping? I think, brand new chair.
Yeah.
Brand new chair.
Feeling pretty
We're all
good.
Sitting comfortably today, boys.
That's fantastic.
Living the high life.
Yeah. So that was a last-minute decision because on the way back from Petersburg, Michigan, I got a call from Jack. He was beside himself in tears because he was supposed to leave for band camp for 4 days the next morning, and he had dropped his phone and shattered the screen.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he's
How did he call you?
house phone.
Wait a second.
Jack, check your hand.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God.
Oh my god! I can't call anybody from any phone anywhere.
It's not my phone.
Yeah, I called from the house phone. So I'm like, that's fine. I'll swing by Walmart, write down Telegraph off 94, and I'll grab your burner phone. And while I was there, I'm like, I wonder if they have any more of those chairs left. Bingo!
Oh.
Bingo!
See, I would have been crying if someone bought me a new phone to go to band camp. I would have been like, oh God.
What?
What? I don't want to go
Well,
to
if it
band
was up
camp.
to me, I would have gotten
gotten
the push button flip phone.
Oh no.
But his mother's like, no, you gotta get him the thing with the
A-
touch screen. It's an extra $20. And I'm like, okay.
DEF.
no, it's the D.
TU. Fuck. F you, Dad.
I mean, with less than 1 day's notice, that's what you get.
Broke again.
But what he did was he actually went to the Apple store and stood in line, and because we got Apple Care for it, it only cost him $30. They swapped it out for him.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
I don't want your burner
It
phone.
all worked out.
I
Yeah, I
want
gotta
your-
take.
I
Anybody
want-
needs a burner phone?
I don't want your Boost
I
mobile
gotta
phone.
take it back to Walmart.
Here, Jack. It's exactly the same. Dad, this says 7-Eleven. It's just a black phone.
What do burner phones cost these days?
You can get them as cheap as $20 for the phone and like $25 for like a 30-day, text and calls plan. But the limit is usually like once you get to like 5 gig of text or I don't even think you use data on that plan, but once you get to like 5 gig, it drops you down from 4G LTE to 2G, so you're not making calls from anywhere. You're gonna be. It's like you're standing in the middle of a field in a state that rhymes with Kansas, and you're trying to call somebody, and there's no signal. You can't.
I'm literally standing next to a cell tower.
Yeah,
Why is it like $30-some for somewhat similar to like what we're paying well over 100 for? It's ridiculous.
Because clearly,
For 5 gig at a time.
Yeah, you're not
You know how
getting
quick
the.
you get to 5 gig, even over text.
I think it's all I have on my plan is 5 gig.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, no, maybe it's unlimited. Turn this Schnozzcast
I mean,
off.
in 30 days, yeah, you're going to use. I think I have 12 on my plan.
Oh, that worked well.
And I think that's housekeeping for the week.
Very good. Very good.
Very good. So we have new. This is first time I'm seeing it. This glorious little tiny baby microphone.
It's not the
It's
first
not-
time.
It's not the first time at all.
I feel like it's the first time I've seen it.
We did it headed for the pig roast.
First time.
I wasn't paying attention at that podcast.
Yeah.
I was thinking about pig.
All he was thinking about was how many times I was going to the bathroom.
Oh, that's true. That was very distracting. Up and down the stairs, up and down the stairs, up and down the stairs. Where you got more toilet? Where's the extra toilet paper? I gotta go up the stairs again.
I never asked that. I found it on my own.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was very distracting. That's all I can remember really from that day.
Cory keeps saying like how it was. Oh, it was just all Nick. I'm like, you passed me twice going to do the same thing, and I went 3 times. So
Yeah, the plumbing got a lot of use that day.
One was after the cast was over.
Yeah.
And one was during
the.
the.
Have to pull the plunger out at some point.
One was during the break. So technically, I never went during the cast.
doesn't matter. How often do you go at Bob's house anyhow? Never.
Usually once or twice.
A year.
Every cast.
Yeah, not really.
We ran out of toilet paper. Just found some of Jack's clothes and wiped, and that was done.
Got some loose leaf
They were-
from the notebook. Yeah, paper cuts on the rectum.
Ooh.
Sign of any good podcast.
Yeah. So no, the mic has been used now. This is the 3rd time it's been present.
The one I saw last weekend sounded great.
Although the cable is new, and hopefully that fixes the delay in the audio people are receiving,
Yeah.
or were receiving.
I think I have a cable almost exactly like that.
Oh.
The old kind.
Yeah, I think they use it to send information through the Straits of Mackinac underwater.
Yeah.
I think that's where you saw that cable.
It's thrice shielded,
Mhm.
copper lined.
Hey, if it works, it works.
I mean, it's just like when you go to buy back in the day. You just go buy a DVD player or buy
Back
some
in the
sort
day.
of buy your television. You got to buy like an HDMI cable. You can get an HDMI cable from Target for $7, but it sucks.
It's not gold tipped.
Right.
This isn't
But
very
the gold
HD.
connectors, yeah. So
Mm.
you kind of get what you pay for in a lot of those cases.
Yep. So
But yeah, good to see it. Sounds great.
Hopefully it fixes the issue.
Yeah,
We shall see.
We will see.
poor Cory had to sell plasma to buy it.
Dog plasma.
Dog plasma. It's okay. This won't hurt.
Come here, Andy.
Come on. There you go. Yeah, this is all me.
Yeah.
Purely mine. Sir, it says here you're part husky. You making fun of my weight?
What are you talking about?
It says here your blood type is 47Z squared.
Yeah.
That's me.
Okay. Here you go, Mrs. Winston.
Died 2 days later. I don't know
Come here,
why.
Mrs. Winston. Come here.
So moving right along.
Moving along.
Moving right along.
So did you guys do any new segments last week? Any
Nude segments?
new
No,
segments?
we definitely were not nude.
I don't know. I saw.
Thought about it.
Yeah.
We thought about it because nothing was on while Kevin was talking.
Right.
So we were like, oh, since no one's watching us.
Might as well.
Yeah. We had the Schnozzcast here. Like, Kevin, no.
That's not.
So I confess that I have not. I think right about when Kevin joined, that's as far as I got.
Most people got that far.
So I haven't seen the Kevin bits. Can you give me a highlight? Just sort of
Not at all.
Quick
'Cause
synopsis.
apparently, I was making pizza the whole time.
You're talking about the second half or the first half?
second half.
Yeah.
First half was like 15 minutes long. The second half was an hour, but I made it far enough to see like Kevin come in the door. That's where I.
So it should have been 2 segments. It actually should have been 1 segment, but it was 15 minutes, and then the camera died out because I'm apparently a horrible person with horrible Wi-Fi, and then it went back on, and that was the whole segment. That was good, and then there was the after party, the after hours bit,
Right.
where it was like the
definitely
Chromecast.
Oh, that's where he went full Kevin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it
no,
wasn't
he
before
was
that.
he was fine on the regular version. It was after we booted everything back up and Nick got pizza dough out that Kevin took over.
Came alive.
I remember just looking over, and Cory was just like fidgeting with gadgets and laughing, and Kevin was just like, "Oh yeah, well, let's bring." It was like Johnny Carson. I'm like, "What is going on over there?" Let's bring our next guest out. Like, Kevin, there's nobody here. What are you doing?
It's just us, Kevin.
I think at one point I did see Cory. I was like, I heard beep 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 beep, and I hear Kevin's. He's still talking. Cory's like, yeah.
He's on a roll. Just let him go.
I think I am pretty sure I was wrapping stuff up and Kevin was still sitting at the microphone talking.
Yeah.
It was bad at one point. I was done. I just had to go to bed. I'm like, goodbye.
You know,
I
on
just
the
got
one
up and
hand, it
left.
feels really good that someone's that excited to join us. You know.
No. Someone is not excited to join us. Someone is that excited to overthrow our government.
But you called in the militia, right?
Kevin is going to be calling.
Struck down that insurgency.
Kevin's going to call you one day. Hey, Bob. We were just wondering if you want to be on the cast in a couple weeks. Kevin, I've been telling you I want to be on the cast.
Oh my God, I would love to be at the Chromecast.
Wait, why is Kevin in my basement?
How did you get a key?
Currently we have.
Why is he wearing my clothes?
Currently, I have both my boys that are lined up for the next 2 weeks, but I'll look into it and talk to Carla.
Yeah, I liked it a lot better when Kevin had 2 jobs.
He was fired from his nursing job.
Kevin is no longer a certified RN.
Hey Nick, this is Carla, Kevin's wife. He sits in the basement with those toy headphones on, and he talks into a Fisher-Price microphone. It's not even connected to anything.
Oh my God, can you imagine if we got him and Chris Welch in the same podcast? 2 guys in love with their own voices. Look more.
What's the
33, 23. Oh yeah. We talked about trying to sort of keep a record of the timestamp for if one of us happens to accidentally say something ridiculous or quote worthy.
No, it doesn't happen very often.
Right, but should it happen, we'll break out the dusty pen and we'll write it down. And then make that graphic. Remember that graphic I sent you for that other podcast? I thought was pretty cool.
No.
Just like a serene picture, like a backdrop, and then just like the quote.
Oh yeah.
From what they said, and then
the generalized stock nature photo.
Yeah.
And then just Arial font.
It was like a Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy, kind of like a still photo, with the quote in it. I thought it was really, really nice.
I found it insulting to my artwork.
Oh no, can't hold your artwork, buddy.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
You're on this level.
Yeah.
They're just trying to break into where you are.
In like transparent text, it had proof all over the background.
Draft in the corner. Yeah, but so I don't recall that you were saying anything that ridiculous, but I'll always give you the time if you ask, Cory.
No, we don't. We don't usually. But
no.
Going forward,
we did have a good one on 32.
That was fun. I actually forgot about that, and I watched it, and it made me laugh.
It was
what was that? Kevin's friend?
Yeah, McClellan or whatever his name was.
McDuffie.
McLevin.
Wasn't it McDuffie?
No, it wasn't that. It was
McDuffie. That's a great name.
It was like McClellan or something like that, and he basically started describing him, and we're like, "You're basically describing a leprechaun."
I thought he said You know how Kevin, like, he doesn't break face. Like, he's trying to tell a story.
Break face?
Yeah, like, he doesn't, he's just got that stoic look, and he just wants to tell his story.
Okay.
And it's not supposed to be a funny story.
Yeah.
But we're just dying, like, laughing. And he's like, my buddy McDuffie. And we're like, whoa. We're just going to breeze past the fact. He's like, oh, no, he is. He's got a short man complex. And
he's
like 5 feet tall.
He's like, he's 4'8".
Yeah.
I'm like, what? He's like, nah, maybe he's like 5'2".
And
I'm like, still.
He's like, he's got a big beard. And I'm like, okay, does he have a tall red hat? I'm like, Kevin.
Shoes that curl up on the end.
He's like, oh, he's got a big old full beard.
I'm like, that's falling out of his pocket.
I'm like, that's what, down to his knees if he's 5'2"? So then Nick's like, does he wear a really tall green hat? I said, a big old gold belt buckle.
If you hit him over the head, does he turn into 25 gold coins?
I feel like if Kevin had his way, he would rather just tell the story uninterrupted.
I think he would just...
But we would never let that happen.
No, God, no.
I think he would rather have all the microphones pointed at Kevin. And we would just be in the audience.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Kevin Show.
Look how funny Kevin is.
But, take heed to my warning. There's a couple times I tried to say something to him in regards to a case. He's like, I know, I listened. Don't you listen to it? I'm like, yeah, I was there, Kevin. I know what happened because I was there. But he'll say, like, yeah, idiot. Of course I know about that inside joke. I listened to it, which was kind of funny because I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
He remembers more than we do about our own podcast.
Yeah. He's like, oh, that was episode 27. I'm like,
minute 23,
he is
7
the
seconds.
Schnozzcast historian.
He's like, did I not tell you that I get money for listening to your cast?
That was probably the very first time that we fucked up and sent him down the road thinking that he had a much bigger role in this podcast than he actually does. We actually bestowed a title upon him. And that's probably when his head started getting bigger.
We might get, after he listens to this, we might get the snub. I might get the snub at work.
I quit!
Hey, man. Hey, Kevin, I'm really busy, actually, so can I talk to you later? The fuck? Kevin!
I don't have time to talk about your stupid podcast.
Yeah. You know what? I
work to do.
I listened to 33, Nick.
Yeah. At about 37 minutes and 10 seconds in, I think you know what I'm talking about.
And he did do that.
In a basement? Fisher Price microphone? Seriously? He storms off.
And he did. I came in the one day, and he's like, hey, man, that was pretty fucked up, you guys, the other day at the podcast. I'm like, what are you, Kevin, what are you talking? Oh, so I'm just a fucking Labrador, huh? And I'm like,
I think I was off.
I'm like, whoa. I'm like, hang on, not all of us called you a Labrador. He's like, yeah, fucking Nick did. He's like, I heard it. He's like, just like I'm a puppy fucking lab, huh? I'm like, whoa, buddy. I did not say that. I did not agree with it.
He was in front of me at the time where we rehashed that, and all he did was giggle.
He did. He did find it funny, but yeah, he came off a little upset at first. I was like, whoa, all right, it'll be okay, Kevin.
I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, Kevin, it was a compliment.
I did forget that Kevin listens to every episode.
It's like Indy. I like Indy.
Yeah.
Lay under the table so we can all rub our feet on your belly.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
To Kevin or Indy?
Oh, hey, Kevin.
Hey, guys.
Kevin, roll over.
Jesus.
Good boy, Kevin. Good boy.
Ooh, this side is much softer.
I was going to say, no wonder why the fur was a little rough.
Oh. It's protruding through my toes a little bit. We have to switch topics. He's going to be mortified.
Anyway, yeah, let's do that.
Carl, I told you I need to do some manscaping.
Oh, yep, there it is. That's the next comment I'm going to hear about.
Yeah.
I don't have a bush, guys.
Seriously, guys.
We apologize in advance, Kevin.
Yeah.
No, not apologizing. It's all done in good fun.
That's true.
Good fun. Hey, if you're going to be on the podcast, you got to be able to dish it out and take it, right?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That is a qualification.
I feel that's how that goes. Oh. Good boy.
Moving right along.
Good boy.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Kevin.
So, we were talking about games the other day, and I know we've discussed
The other day.
as you do.
As one might do, or does.
And I know with Don, we talked about, what was it you play, the Red Dead Redemption?
Yes.
Killing those dogs. Red Dead Redemption.
No, you definitely don't want to kill dogs. The whole town will come against you.
Just get to kick a dog.
Might be a hanging.
Robbing trains, hunting.
So,
Can we just do one podcast where we all talk like Don?
No.
In the Don
because
voice?
we can't keep switching to
Oh.
our good guests and just totally making fun of
yeah,
them.
it's true. People come on the show and then...
I remember
No, it's a reverence. Look, if I mentioned your name, it's because you were hilarious.
Remember last time Don was like, "Yep, I talked to Tommy. Told me you guys are impersonating me on the podcast. Doesn't even sound like me." I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Tommy?
Yeah,
Who?
yeah
And look,
Tommy was way off on that one.
I've said before, and I'll say it again. If Nick Bader could do an impression of me, I would love if he did.
My boss said the other day, because I was not doing an impression, I was just quoting something he said. And he's like, "Wait, was that me? Did you just do my voice? Was that my voice?" I'm like, "Why are people
that's
getting
the response
that's
I would
like
have.
that's you?"
I'd be like, oh my God.
He's like, "Do it
this
again."
is the greatest day ever.
Right. He's like, "I know you have everyone else's voice. Do mine." I'm like, "No, not your dancing bear."
I'm not your monkey.
Right.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Right.
He was getting very into the impressions today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's. I mean, how can you not get into Ray's impression?
Well, yeah, that is a good one, and but I think he was
Thanks.
definitely feeling the impressions today because there's a couple times he grabbed his stomach in laughter.
Right.
He's in the chair, he's like, "Oh!" I'm like, that's pretty good when you got to grab your own stomach.
Right.
I'm sure I've never done that.
I was gonna say, and that's what made me think of it. I'm like,
Yeah. What is he, Santa?
he's grabbing his own stomach. He's laughing so hard. I'm like, even the times I've lost it in laughter, I've never grabbed my own stomach.
I do everything.
I grab other people's stomachs.
Oh.
Never my own.
I don't even like washing my stomach. I do whatever I can not to touch my stomach. I'm like, it's just this is just something that's there.
Took a strange turn, fellas. So those games you're talking about.
I'm telling you, I don't want to touch my stomach, and you
That
you
means
guys.
your stomach is filthy.
No, I
Yeah,
said
exactly.
I said I don't like to, but I do it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
heard I don't. Not I don't.
No,
like
I said
to.
I don't even like to wash my stomach,
Oh,
but
right.
I do.
Like, are you in the shower? Like,
Yeah.
I'm such a shameful person.
These are. This is a sad moment. You know, that's kind of funny though.
I'm such a bad boy.
Wouldn't that mean I liked it?
His name
No,
sounds like Nick showered again.
sounds like Nick's giving himself the old monthly
Stomach wash.
stomach wash.
Sad laughter coming from the bathroom.
It is kind of funny on the same topic. My boss did say today he was talking about how much he absolutely despises feet, and he said,
Oh, doesn't Keegan hate feet too? Except her own.
No, he said, he goes, I don't even like mine. He goes, I don't like my wife's. I don't like my feet. He goes, I don't even like to wash my feet in the shower, but I have to. He's like, it freaks me out. He goes, I hate feet.
Wow.
Yeah, he was definitely against any sort of foot, even like, and I found it very weird that he was like, oh, even my own. I'm like, so you look down at your feet in shame, like, oh, those nasty things.
Then I started describing Cory's feet, and he started gagging.
You said I had Fred Flintstone feet.
Bob, are you throwing up?
My sister has Fred Flintstone feet.
Remember man hands?
Yes, I do.
Wait, Becky does?
Becky does. She
She has man feet?
no. It's not man feet. They're just
Flat as can be.
She has small feet, but her toes, like if you look at her toes, they're all exactly the same. It's like you could put a ruler,
How do
like
you-
a level right across her toes.
If-
from big toe to little toe, it's just a straight. It's the weirdest thing. It's cool. It's not like her feet look.
It's
bizarre.
cool.
It's just-
Wait, hold on.
I've
It's
just never-
cool?
I've never seen a foot where the little toe is exactly as long as the big toe.
See, But here's the thing: if someone were to say, I don't know how. I guess if there's some sort of a problem, it kind of it sticks out more than anything else. But I couldn't tell you. I have 2 sisters and a brother, and I could not tell you what their feet look like. I have no clue.
What?
I don't know. Their feet. Who looks at their feet? I don't.
But you grew up with them.
Yeah. Oh, did I? Thank you, Bob.
I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe because they have normal feet.
It could be because I couldn't tell you if my sister Robin's feet are unique in any way.
Right, because maybe it just like traumatized you. You were like, oh God!
I used to always make a joke.
What are those toe fists?
Old Looney Tunes cartoon where Yosemite Sam was in the cartoon, and anytime he was wearing boots, something always happened where like some sort of axe would come down and take off the first part of his boot, and then the camera would go to the boot, and the big toe would just kind of like poke out and like look around, and all the toes would be like poop, 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 poop. But that's always reminding me of that. Like it just looks like someone cut your toes off, and they just grew back nails.
Well, funny story. My cousin Danny.
Yes, I remember that. You tell me. I don't think you told the podcast.
No, sorry, not Danny. It's Mike. Mike that has them. So when he was a teenager, he was mowing the back lawn, and they have a pool in the back.
Hopefully he doesn't mind you telling the story.
No, everyone. It's
right.
It's been like that for years.
Right.
So there's a little spot of grass like right next to their pool that kind of dips down into the fence line. Well, Mike decided that he was going to cut the grass barefoot that day, and as he was going down the little hill, he went a little too far and got the lawnmower stuck underneath the cyclone fence. So he started pulling on it, and finally he released it from under the fence, but he tripped on the little hill behind him, fell down, and pulled the lawnmower up over his feet. So my cousin Mike does not have any toes.
On both feet?
Both feet. They're they're the tiniest little of nubs.
Wow.
Yeah. So then ever since I was told that story and I was old enough to start cutting the grass and all that, I'm like, oh boy. Yeah,
put on the old steel toe boots.
Definitely putting shoes on. Because obviously, it's still going to cut through shoes, but I'm not gonna lose my toes like cousin Mike.
Yeah, at least they'll be hanging on by like a shred of skin or something.
Right, no, his were clean off.
Man,
let's talk about Fred Flintstone feet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know what that would even be. I wonder, does he fall down a lot?
That was the first time I heard that story.
No, he still walks.
How do you balance yourself? But I'm sure you learn. You just adjust.
I'm sure it took quite some time for him because that was when he was way younger too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it took quite some time for him to adjust to being able to balance with just little nubs of toes.
Little digits.
Yeah, you just don't think about it. But throughout the day,
once it's gone.
Throughout the day, if you walk around barefoot doing whatever, you start to think about how often you use your toes to push off, to change direction, to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be just bizarre to think about having to learn not to use those.
Stabilize.
Use the heels.
I feel like the speed that you move, get recommended. But it's like Monty Python. You're either going to have a taste for it and want to see all of it, all of them, or it's not going to be your cup of tea and you're never going to go back to it. I heard that there were people who were literally walking out halfway through the movie because they were expecting like an action movie or something. And they were just basically following these 2 guys around Los Angeles from the 60s. And they missed a fantastic ending. I don't know why they would have walked out, but
that wasn't their thing.
They literally missed the best part of the movie.
They don't like it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's how it is. But I would recommend it highly. If you've never seen any of Tarantino's films, I would definitely start at the beginning and work your way up.
Should I?
You should. Absolutely.
Okay.
You and I can make another bet. Oh, speaking of that.
Jesus.
Did you hear that they canceled the OA?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Now, I still was planning on watching season 2, but I heard that season 2 kind of had ended up with like a cliffhanger of sorts. You've seen it, right? There's definitely no closure to the show, which you're never going to get.
Yeah, but the show, I don't think you really need closure on this on that show. No, because each season it's just kind of different. It's kind of the same, but it's different.
It's self-contained then?
Kind of.
So you're totally fine with?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
There wasn't like some big reveal that I wanted to happen.
Okay. I thought you'd be sort of like, oh Jesus Christ!
No, I'm bummed out. It's a great show. I don't,
Yeah.
and I heard like a bunch of people are pissed off about it.
Yeah, there's a huge movement online too. So maybe it'll, there's tons of shows that have been saved that way.
They said they were trying to get a different network to pick them up.
Yeah, so hopefully that happens. So anyway, I'm gonna try to cut that short so I don't go on as long as I normally do. So that's my pick. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Definitely go see it.
All right.
And I think that means you're up because Nick's still trying to formulate a magical tale in his head.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear it.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I really don't have anything new this week, but
Oh, fellas, come on.
But our friends at
Did you have new shit last week?
I did too. And since we were
Okay.
since we were trying to come up with, I did both of them last week.
Why would you waste?
Because we were trying to come up with content to make sure we had stuff to keep the show moving along.
Okay, so you doubled up in the picks of the week.
I did.
And now you're
but
dry.
but no, because I want you to hear this one for sure.
Okay.
And it was actually brought up to me by Joe. He mentioned this.
Go on.
Exactly. This app
I was
on.
kidding. You don't have to. I'm just kidding.
On the Fire Stick that he uses, called Tubi.
Yeah, I have it.
Oh.
I was watching it tonight.
Were you?
Yeah, I love it.
So, because he said there's like a bunch of stuff on there that you're not able to get on Amazon, or like YouTube.
They're definitely B movies, but there's a lot of stuff from the '80s. Running Scared, one of my most favorite movies ever, is on there. What else did I just find those on there? Remo Williams is on there. My dad used to love Remo Williams. Loved it. He would watch and he would call me. He's like, "Hey, guess what's on?" I'm like, "Remo Williams." "Yeah, how'd you know?" Like, the phone rang.
So yeah, no. Then there's because he brought a documentary up to me called 77 Minutes about the mass shooting and the McDonald's in like the late 70s, early 80s.
Oh, okay.
And he said the content of these shows and documentaries, they're way more intense than anything you're gonna find on Netflix or any other streaming service. And sure enough, he caught me with it. I'm like, go home and downloaded it and started watching 77 Minutes. And like they were showing the actual police footage of them walking through the crime scene after everything happened. And yeah, they didn't censor anything out. They didn't blur anything. There was two parents laying in a pool of blood with their kid in between them.
Jesus.
And I'm like, whoa, okay, yeah, this is definitely different than any other streaming service.
Yeah.
So, I started making a list out of the some of the shows on there that I want to personally watch, because there's a ton of stuff on there that you can't find anywhere else.
Yeah, you can make a queue. I was watching Running Scared with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines, where they're cops in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. I love that movie so much, but it's hard to find. So the fact that it's there in Tubi, I'm like, ooh, wet? Oh, your shoes wet?
No, what is that? There's like a spot.
A spot?
Spot.
No, Bob just peed there.
Spot. Spot.
Are you aware of the spot?
Podcast.
Speaking of spots,
I'm about to grab it.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine to hear.
yeah. So Tubi.
Yes.
To be fair.
And to be fair,
well played, sir. The thing about Tubi.
we're gonna have to do that every time now.
That's right. I'm just gonna make it a pick every week. Hey guys, have you seen Tubi? The thing about Tubi is that it's ad driven, so you're gonna get interrupted with ads. I would say probably every 15-minute mark. So it's not like every 7 minutes. It's not as frequently as like if you're watching like network television. But they do the same thing on network television where they try to make it at the end of a scene. Like they're not like cutting
just in the middle of
a
it.
scene in the middle with a
Hulu will do that.
Yeah, Hulu does it all the time. And if it's a show that aired
All the schneim.
All the time.
Danielle would love that. What just
Schnoozcast again?
Right now, Danielle's smiling. She doesn't know why.
If you recorded a show on Hulu and
Girlfriend's name out of your mouth.
it's been like a couple weeks since you recorded it and you're now finally going to watch it, the fact that it's been so long, you're going to get commercials of like 280 seconds.
No.
Yeah. You're
I did notice that. I got one.
I'm like, Jesus, how long is this counter? and you're watching like 10 commercials in a row. But if you watch it right away, like that day or the next day, you're only going to get like 90 seconds or 60 seconds. So it's like they're punishing you for waiting.
Yeah, that sucks.
It does suck. But yeah, Tubi is awesome if you haven't. I'm fully on board with the Tubi.
To be fair. Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you know of it.
You know what else is on Tubi? Another Melanie Griffith. Not only is Milk Money on Tubi.
Oh, Milk Money.
Yeah. But there's another Melanie Griffith movie called Cherry 2000. Fucking
Cherry
phenomenal.
2000. I'll look that up.
It's the B-moviest B-movie you're ever going to see.
Okay.
That was what I called that before. I just called it Brandon
Cherry
Cherries.
2000. Yeah. She plays a mercenary in like a Mad Max like apocalyptic wasteland, but she's dressed like a proto-punk stripper.
Okay, I could get on board with
That's
that.
pretty much all I need to say.
Yeah,
Cherry 2000.
Sorry, just got a big breath of salmon kibbles from under the table. Put me off my dinner.
Oh,
He always stares.
bite his foot.
He always stares at me with mouth agape.
It's because he's happy to see you, you dumb fuck. Why are you treating him like that? Woo.
So, Nick, your pick of the week?
I don't have one.
Okay. Awesome.
Dog,
Jesus
I know. No,
H.
I do.
Tap dancing Christ.
Dog-
Why do you not have a pick?
Dog mints. They look like treats, and they're mints for your dogs.
You know, I think I gave you a little too much credit. Cory, I said to myself, Nick's the type of guy who can think on his feet.
No.
Quick with the wit.
Quick of the week.
Quick with the wit.
Quick with the whip.
Schnooby.
But it turns out I was wrong.
Yeah, you are.
He's a slow-witted.
Slow-witted fool.
I've clearly upset him.
So here's my question to you: how is it that you and I can play both ends of a mock conversation, but you can't come up with a pick of the week for something that doesn't exist that none of us would question?
I know that you're waiting with bated dog breath for me to do this like improvisational, yeah, pick of the week, but I wouldn't steer our listeners in the wrong direction like that.
Do not even.
It has
That's your excuse.
Oh, that's my reason.
It's for the listener, the integrity of the podcast.
Yeah, because then we're like, don't even listen to our pick of the week because it's not even something real.
But we've already
looked all
announced
over
that
online
it's not
for
going to
that.
be something real.
Well, maybe someone fast forwarded through the Tarantino conversation, and this is all they heard, so they're taking it as law.
Well, now they're hearing the sound of disappointment.
Like, I don't watch Tarantino either.
Oh, I feel like a little crushing disappointment this morning while I'm during my workout. Maybe I'll put the Schnozzcast on.
Right. Oh, thank God, Nick. I was totally behind you with not fabricating a pick of the week.
Oh, Jesus.
That's our stamp of approval.
All right, so I'll put it out there. If you'd like to hear Nick fabricate a pick of the week with the intention of it being a hilarious moment in the show, please email us at schnozzcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, I don't know if the servers are going to be able to handle the response.
We'll count all the... Dude, I feel like we're going to get a crushing amount of email.
Crushing?
Yeah. That mailman's going to walk up to the Schnozzcast post office box, just, back bending under the weight of the mail bag.
With the emails?
With the emails for the shots. This is a virtual postman.
Okay.
Just go with me, Cory.
All right.
It's hard to build an analogy if you just keep to an email as digital world. Come on. There's got to be a digital,
Hello, Mr. Rankin.
grizzled postman walking up to your email box door, right?
My name is Shantana from Google.
Mm-hmm.
And we noticed that a surge in your data usage in your schnozzcast@gmail.com account. What is this fake pick of the week? It seems like everyone's subject is that.
Hey, Cory, are you noticing that that in and of itself was a made-up story from someone who doesn't exist?
Most of my stories are.
Yeah. Just do that again.
No.
Only substitute the person with a thing.
You ever notice when everyone's like, "Oh, you do the Cory impression? Do it, Dancing Bear. Do it right now." I'm like, "No, I'm not going to do it right now.
Yeah, but
do it when I
you
want
don't go,
to."
I don't feel like doing it. So anyway, we'll launch into this other impression
I'm always
immediately afterward.
I'm always on a stage with some kind of circus side.
The difference is you're now
Show
standing on the stage
following
going,
me.
I don't want to do that
No.
show. Let me do this
Sing-
other song and dance.
Sing for us, Nick.
The difference is
Sing for us.
the difference is as much as he's going to tell us right now that he doesn't like that, he loves every
No,
second of
Listen,
it.
you fucking A, he doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so glad that God put that smoke down your throat, so nobody could hear your gagging voice.
Fucking loves it. Like Indy loves treats.
Oh God!
Like Kevin loves those headphones.
Like Kevin loves the podcast.
Like Kevin likes to be inverted.
Like Kevin covets the podcast. Nick covets the spotlight.
Oh, that's fair.
Hey, by the way, how's that pineapple hop milk you're drinking?
It's good. I wouldn't necessarily point out that that there's pineapple in it, but it's good.
Why would you not do that? It's on the label.
What taste?
Oh, you've literally peeled the label off.
No,
Oh, no, you haven't.
no.
That's
just
weird.
Generic can number 4. Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a pineapple. Okay.
You can taste it.
A little bit at the end.
Odd side.
In the finish.
Odd side, pineapple hop milk.
Yeah. So tell me what is the hot milk? Is that just a catchphrase? Or
I
is
don't
that
I don't know.
actual
These Odd
type
Side
of
just
beer.
Yeah, Odd Side just makes like a very colorful front label, and they don't describe it at all. So there's, so I don't. It to me it tastes like I don't know, like a double IPA
Yeah.
with maybe like an undertone of pineapple, but I don't get much of it, which I'm glad. I'm not into super sweet beers or foods, so but it's good. I was hoping for the pineapple to come through a lot more, but it's hard to when you have such a bitter taste like an IPA, you know.
Right. I'm sure there are beers that are, well, I can't even say that. I'm not sure what the number of pineapple beers are that are out there in the market.
I think they're out there.
I'm sure if you went to Hawaii, there's probably a shit ton of them.
See, that's racist, sir. I don't know why you would.
Ooh, this is the Odd Side Kona version.
Oh, Indy. How's that dip? Is it good?
Pretty good.
It's got a pineapple finish.
It does. It does.
Ooh, what do they have that?
There's no flavored chew. Is there flavored chew?
Yeah. Skull makes like apple, cherry.
Why do you do that?
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
Because the first time I did it, I vomited everywhere on the side of the road.
Well,
so.
I'm sure you vomited the first time you chewed anything, but
Every time you
You
say
get used to it.
every time you say something to me, you smell like minty grass clippings.
I thought you were going to say every time you say something, you vomit.
No. Anyways,
Hey, nigga!
there's always pieces of barnyard on his lip, and there's some sort of mulch coming onto his beard. I never know what's going on. Did he brush his teeth? Did he eat some dirt? I don't understand. You just learn to live with it.
That's right.
God bless Danielle.
Where is she right now? She really needs to be comment. Is she online?
No.
Oh, that is a shame. Well, it is a weeknight.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And speaking of,
Yeah.
it's 12:44.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God! Really? Okay.
Yes.
I forgot you did say this was going to be a shorter cast.
Shortened cast. I honestly didn't even consider the time frame, but I'm glad you brought it up because I was like, let's stretch it out. Let's stretch. We're just getting going here.
You guys have not been on the same page about the direction of this whole episode from
Yeah, we
the
have.
beginning. No, you haven't.
This one, yeah, but
You literally spent the first 10 minutes telling him that.
I'm sorry.
Use
your words.
You said he was supposed to call me. I was supposed to call him, and the calls never happened. Didn't know what time it was going to start.
No, yeah.
Had to do last minute artwork.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, you haven't been on the same page about this entire episode all night long.
No, yeah. I didn't think it was going to be tonight, but yeah. Regardless.
Managed to pull it off.
Yeah, but time frame.
Thank you for clarifying for listeners that you weren't saying irregardless.
Oh God, no.
You're my hero.
No.
All right, just checking.
From that bumblefuck that you just started to try and say from that sentence. As an English major, I know that and irregardless would upset you.
It
So
would. It would. That's a big enough profile word. It was probably upset the viewers.
or like supposedly.
Oh, that's the worst. Or opposed to. I'm opposed to be there at 5 o'clock.
Pacifically.
Blood boiling. Rage building.
So yeah, so short
Must calm down.
shortened cast. We're lucky enough to have Mr. Bob J.W. Herbert Walker Rankin with us tonight. But
Bob Martin Luther Rankin
yeah,
Jr.
yeah, we're lucky enough. But after all the new cables and microphones and everything that we had to set up, which we're very grateful for, all the different things that you guys purchased, don't get it twisted, I'm very happy about. It's constantly steamrolling full speed ahead for us to go in the right direction. So those little times that we start a little bit late is okay, as far as I'm concerned.
See, the problem is now I think I'm going to have to start buying some new, like, seat cushions, like an odd number, because I kind of miss you guys fighting over chairs.
Well, I mean, luckily now we all have comfortable chairs. So, I mean, pending we don't have like Laura Ingalls Wilder come over for these wooden ones, we'll be fine for ourselves.
And in the end, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Can we write down 1 hour 13 minutes that we got a Laura Ingalls Wilder quote that we can put up?
I just feel like
on Instagram.
I feel like someone's gonna pull up in a covered wagon to sit down just at this table in those chairs.
There's a lot of wood.
Then they're like carved.
That's what she said. Boom, boom.
They're like whittled and hand carved.
This is the only self-whittled podcast on the internet today, folks.
You can tell it was made with love.
Yes. Oh, God damn it. I got to get that peach tree vase down here.
Yes.
Well, if we're just making a pile of whittled things.
Don't leave it around. Don't leave
it
it around too long, because I'm going to find your old homeowner and send it to her.
Not.
Yes,
No,
I will.
I will stab you right in the face.
Wow.
Guys, that was actually episode 19. I remember that story.
Here, back in episode 33 when Bob stabbed Nick in the face.
Would
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of when they went downhill. That's when they kind of lost a little bit of their mojo.
Made a hard right turn.
would not happen.
Somehow that's when they became a pro-murder podcast.
Well, we used to have 3.
All of a sudden, that's the podcast where guests come in, but they never leave.
Now we have 2.
And Kevin Grama was never heard from again. All right.
So we have to wrap it up, unfortunately, for the short cast for tonight. Any final thoughts? It was a one-shot cast, so that's okay.
A one-shot cast.
Yeah, we had one shot.
Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
It's fine.
It is a weeknight. I have to work in the morning.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't have actually, my first call is not till 9.
You weren't even supposed to be here tomorrow. Why do you have to
I
work?
wasn't supposed to be here today.
Why do you have to work?
Because I was still going to be working today. I was never not going to be working today. The only time I took off was between this morning, 7 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. when the flight would have landed.
Forget this. I'm canceling my plans. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boss, hey, I can come into work now on Friday.
No, I still took the
Thanks, Bob.
I still took the time off because I didn't get a ton of sleep. I was up until I can't remember what time it was, but then Vince got here like 20 minutes after 5.
I don't know who Vince is.
Susan's son.
Okay.
I drive him to the airport.
Here?
Yeah. He spent the night because flying from,
Spokane.
Flying to Maryland, but flying out of Detroit Metro, of course. So rather than driving from South Lyon, it's a 45-minute drive, just a quick 12 miles. So I said, yeah, that's no problem. So, but then so he got like 45 minutes of sleep, and then we'd leave. I'd drive to the airport, and I've been upset ever since then. But I did get an hour nap in, a glorious hour nap watching Tubi.
There you go.
Went up to the bed and everything.
And everything. This could keep going. So let's wrap it up.
Yep.
All right.
I got nothing else.
Okay. We'll see you guys sometime next week with a full cast, hopefully. Pending Bob is not going to be flying to
I'll fucking be here.
or something.
God damn it.
But you know what? Cory and I, the two that have been at every episode, will be here.
Grown.
Maybe not here, but we'll be somewhere.
That is correct.
Coming to you live from the Schnozzcast Impromptu Studios.
Yeah.
Studio.
Dude, seriously, tell me when you want. I'll literally go left, right. I'll do that. I don't care.
For next
Just
time.
for you.
For next time.
All right, everybody.
Look us up on your favorite audio content app, Schnozzcast, or YouTube.
Spotify.
Anything you can think of. And the dog just farted, so we're going to have to really wrap this up now. I'm right over the business end of the dog.
I do.
Much like being on a carriage ride behind a Clydesdale. Let's wrap this up because now I can taste it. So
it's so
have a good night, guys.
Have
Have a good night, guys.
Good night.